Ashley Unravels is now live. Streaming makers and crafting, Crochet and Chill 70.
Good evening. Testing. Yep, there we go. Good evening. About to start this stream. However, I thought today it got warm enough to be another orange day.
Hello.
Hello, Lady Patrick Quinn. Hope your PT went well today. I'm just unraveling a knot of my own creation. Have you had dinner yet? That went surprisingly faster than what I thought it would.
Yeah, I had mozzarella sticks.
Yummy. I could do some good moxie sticks. Right. Well, not now, because obviously pretty late. do have to pack my dinner. It was mixed vegetables with tuna. Pardon me, it's not the company. I did run to the library and successfully print off the print left pattern. It's sitting there, well, it's sitting off camera over there. I will be bringing it on camera here in a bit after I get the temperature blanket done. I already got the yarn for the project. We've almost made it to Friday. And lady, could you describe to me what arc raider?
It's back down into the 20s tonight.
How about no? Or I should say, I wish it would not. You were talking about arc graders earlier, though. I don't know very much about that game. Is that a first-person shooter situation?
I have my window open right now cause I was cleaning my room and it got hot.
Hey, use nature's air conditioning. It's free. Let me make sure I grab Blue Mint. I think that's what this is. It is.
Arc Raiders is third person, not first person.
Okay.
Hello.
Good evening, Dr. Asparagus. Can you feel...
I live.
Okay. And you have sensation back, not just alive.
I can feel my face again.
Yay! I'm looking up our graders now.
God, I'd hope so. They numbed me almost 12 hours ago.
I would hope so too, but I also don't assume. Because some people react differently to anesthesia than others.
I got a filing and a crown, so.
Yeah. I guess because there's not two L's, it said filing.
Asterisk filling.
Yeah. I knew what you meant, though. I mean, they do technically file down a part of your tooth.
Are you weaving in the ends as you go? Autocorrect.
I am doing the... So, like, this yellow piece right here is just sticking out further, but what I'm doing is... Let me see. I have two pieces of yarn that are different colors on this desk. Semi-different colors. I think it's called the Russian
How
join,
was your
maybe.
day?
It was a day. I am happy. Oop, microphone's going. Good way, it was a day. I made it through work. I did not get any of my side tasks done though. I was able to go to the library, print off the pattern, and print off a contract. Wish me luck on that on Saturday, because if I can get this set up, I'll have
Russian
my first
join
client.
is a seamless join where you thread the yarn through itself.
Okay, then not that one. The one without all that. I'm going to try to modify the webcam a little bit here versus trying to go get up close.
I believe. I could be mistaken.
No, that sounds right. Because there's one that'll be like, okay, I can do this. And the other one that's annoying. That should be better. So basically what I'm doing at the end for all the knots is... right. So I'm basically taking like this end right here. The only thing is I have thick fingers, so... But I'm crossing this piece over to basically make a slip knot. So this is in here actually. Make the slip knot. Pull on this side. So that's why it's leaving that tail. And then I go back on the other side. Do the same slip knot. Pulling that through without it looking convoluted. And then what you're seeing me do at the end is just potentially pulling it through, that's making this knot. And then this won't come apart unless obviously like you were to pull very hard. And then I'm just snipping the ends off. I'll try to find an actual tutorial versus that. There are people that have way skinnier fingers that make that look better. There we go. Well, actually, no, I can leave that here for the rest of the thing. I think I can crochet. Yep. I am ready for Monday. Well, I'm ready for Sunday. No, I'm not. I'm doing a 5K with my aunt.
That looks like a really complicated way to make a box knot.
Maybe that's what it's called though, is the complicated box knot. Oh, no, it's not a box knot because that looks like the old GIMP strings, which I still have that. And I'm saying, I think it's spelled J with paracord. Yeah.
Box knot is just tying two knots in different directions so neither can move. It's a very strong knot.
Well, for some reason, when showing the tutorials, it's showing this thing. I'm looking up the name. It's this.
Oh, maybe I'm mixing up my terms. Maybe it's a square knot.
Or no, it's not. It's not a Russian. That's got the stupid. It's not a stupid needle, but it's this one. Call it the invisible knot.
Hello, my crochet friends. It's Yogi.
Just gonna pause one YouTube video to start a different one. Because, why not?
Here today, and in this video, I'm going to show you two ways to join yarn. When you are working with most projects, there will come a time that you need to join a new ball of yarn, especially with large projects. In this video, I'm going to cover two different ways of joining new yarn of the same color. If you want to know how to join yarn of different color, I'm going to leave you the link down below of videos where I have shown you different techniques.
An
The
invisible knot,
first method I'm
often
going to
called a
show you
magic knot
today.
or fisherman's knot, is a form of secure square knot, or reef knot, specifically utilized for joining two strands of yarn or thread seamlessly.
You got it. At least we have a name for it, though. I was struggle busting over here. As per usual. There we go. But that's what I'm using, so I don't have to go and weave in the ends. I just cut it off. And I'm thinking the border is going to be an envelope stitch. Once we're
I can
finally
never
there.
remember the names of the different joins, I just remember the Russian one cause it's complicated and I prefer it.
Mhm. With the stabby stabbers. And I got extra thread. What is this?
You can't do a Russian join with thread though, so I have to use square knots in those projects.
That makes sense because at that point you're splitting the thread and hoping. And it's so tiny. My nail keeps catching. That's okay though.
I keep seeing people doing beading with these super skinny needles that fit through the seed beads, but when I try to look online I can't find anything.
Hmm. And of course, they're not sponsored, so they're not going to put the affiliate link in there for the sewing needles. It's probably only in there for the beads that they're using. Do you all have any plans this weekend?
I don't think they are sewing needles, I think they are something else, but they aren't beading needles either. That's a completely different thing.
Fair. I'm just saying they need to open up a Daiso craft store in America and we'll be set. I'm just saying. And allow imports without high taxation.
I'm just waiting for it to be nice enough to work outside. Spring is yard work season.
Yep. And very wet. I just sprayed down my peach tree. I have 2 plum trees, 3 apple trees, and I have a Bing Tartarian and Rainier cherry tree. And then I have a hybrid that has all 3 on it. So 4 cherry trees in total. And 2 ornamental pear trees. But they're very young trees, by the way, like under 10 years old. So I'm hoping this year to get peaches and nectarines.
My yard is full of invasive trees that I'm trying to cut down and replace with fruit trees.
I wish you the best of luck. I really gotta clean out the garden, but I really need it not to rain because that just makes the dirt 10 times heavier, as you know. Oh, I may actually want to look at TikTok. If it's... I never went live on TikTok. Oops. Oh well, they get half a stream tonight.
First order of business for the year is collecting the bones from the bone pile.
I beg your pardon. Like bones that you're turning into bone meal or fertilizer? Or doing witchy stuff with it? Or is it best just not to know?
No, like animal carcasses that I let decay naturally so I can harvest the bones.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought we were going down a different vault. Yeah.
I used to have a lot of exotic pets that I had frozen after they died, and I'm hoping to get some cool skulls and bones to make things with, like bone flowers and witchy decor.
Mm. So giving them a literal and figurative second life. That makes sense. Hey Jen, welcome to the stream. Am I on Ashley Unravels on TikTok? Thank you for the likes. Yeah, I am on the right account.
I would love to learn how to do taxidermy, but I have no one to teach me.
That feels like it's an apprenticeship sort of thing, like tattoos. I thought there was a specialty type of that as well.
Yes, definitely an apprentice thing. There are some shops nearby, maybe I should inquire.
And they might let you do it for free or at a lower charge. I don't know if they charge you for apprenticeships or not. I know the ones I've done in the past, they don't. Yep, on Ashley Unravels. Jen's asking me a question, by the way, on the other chat. Yes, I can with only 58 followers. I think it was because I basically. And this account was not grandfather claused in. I think I just watched enough screen time on TikTok and I submitted the application and let it go through. So until they stop me, I'm going to keep going. Thank you for all the likes.
A lot of times I think it's contractual thing, like so many years of apprenticeship for so many years of work after the apprenticeship.
Mm. That could be. Or maybe there's a trade school for it as well. Oh, well, go and enjoy your time with hubby. Thanks for stopping by, Jen. I might look it up later. Or maybe I won't. I gotta be careful about my search history. I don't know if you saw me post in Discord, but I did say something about, well, apparently. And the thing is, it
We
pulled
have a
up.
lot of trade schools around here and I've never heard of a trade school offering taxidermy.
Mm. Okay, incognito. Going to look up and see if maybe mortuary sciences has that division. Because now I'm just curious. Okay.
There are so many things that I wish I could go to school for but I can't find classes for, it sucks. Guess I just want to learn all the weird fringe trades.
I would say the trades that you want, though, are constantly looking for people because it is hard to educate people on this stuff. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just finding the right school, potentially school, or person for you. There's a 2-year college in Montgomery, which is nowhere near close, or not Montgomery, Troy, North Carolina. That's nowhere close to where you are. But apparently they have taxidermy. They're online though. Like I said, now this is just curiosity getting to me.
Online classes for taxidermy. Not sure how that would work since it's a very hands-on thing.
I did do an, I think it was, well, it had to be high school. I took a biology class and we dissected a squid IRL, but the frog, they did it online. I don't know why we did half and half, but that was back in 2007. So yeah. This school though also has gunsmithing as a program slash course. And even though it says they had taxidermy, I don't actually see it on their list. Maybe it's under career and technical. Yep, that's where it was. So you can get a diploma, and then they have two different types of certificates. And it does have to be done in person, because it's talking about color and epoxies. Oh, is my microphone not turned up? I don't know why. Oh, it just wasn't liking the volume I was talking at. Well, I have successfully gone down that rabbit hole, and I am successfully walking away from it. Because I will stay. I always find it interesting what universities offer and what they choose not to offer. Hello, welcome to the stream list.
I will look again for classes in my area. Thank you for the info, I appreciate it.
Certainly. And thank you for sending me on something, because that gave, again, another way to think about stuff. I still have epoxy in the basement. I guess I should do some dried flowers in the future. That seems like it'll be fun to use up the last bit of it. I still need to finish this memorial for my aunt's dog that passed away a couple years ago.
I could never get dried flowers in epoxy to work, they would always rot and discolor.
Did you hear recently that there were people that were attempting to do it, and and when they did, it didn't grow mold, but they got soggy. And I see all those little jewelry trays and stuff like that, and I attempted to make a tray once, and it was just so flimsy. I mainly just used it to seal in my paintings, and it seemed to work the best. Until I found out how toxic it was, I'm like, oh, maybe I need to slow down on this. Got about 10 more stitches.
Yeah, I only worked with it a little bit, I never really invested, cause to really do it and do it safely it's quite an investment.
Yes. And I straight up just refuse to do UV resin because it just stinks for no reason. Well, there's probably a chemical reason why the doctor would have been able to tell us, but I'm not aware of it, so.
I have a friend who makes resin stuff and we did an art swap. She gave me a bunch of cute resin things she made and I gave her a bunch of crochet jewelry.
Oh, well, that was sweet. And we're at the end of this row. I want to do a couple more stitches just to have them out. Welcome to the stream, Kathy. And I'm going to actually work to try to zoom this out. Well, back in again. It zoomed in too much. Okay, well that all is just being weird. But it's finished for that row. Got another section of blue.
I made her a beautiful black lace choker and a bracelet with a gorgeous antique button closure.
How's the closure coming? Well, I'm assuming B. Ashley just hasn't gotten to it yet because she was fixing her sink today. There we go. Okay, and now switching. Don't trip and fall. Because we got him.
Yeah, I don't know when she'll be able to do it, but I'm not in any rush.
Fair enough. That small one, and then I also printed out this bigger version for me to have. It all looks the same to you all. So first row is 120, I think. This one's easier to maneuver, obviously. But I still have the virtual one to keep track of things. It's just I feel like I'll actually mark it off on this paper. So let's get this started. Thank you, Jem, for 1,000 likes on TikTok. I appreciate you. And we got 19 minutes for me to try to do 120 stitches. Lady, let's get that. I don't think I'm going to do any fancy starting kind of stitch either. I think I'm just going to do a basic chain row.
I hate starting chains so much. I really need to start doing foundation crochet.
That's 40. It just depends on the project for me. I've done both. I get the point of the foundation stitch. Like, it's supposed to make it stretchier and easier to do. But a chain stitch is quicker for me to count until I'm going back and trying to fill in the stitches. And then I kick myself in the butt for not just doing the foundation stitch. You know, I have 1,000 pieces of paper in this room and not one piece is near me. Let's see, what was in this? Oh, this one was actually supposed to be organized. Oops. Well, it's no longer going to be an organized notebook. I just need it so I'll remember how many stitches I did.
Hi.
Hello, Typo Queen. Typo Queen Radio Car Belka. Very interesting name. How are you doing tonight? I feel like you were on Tulpa stream earlier.
I can't remember which stream you were in.
I was in Tulpa Helena or Tulpawood's stream. Yeah. Nice to meet you. How are you doing tonight? And do you prefer to go by Typo or Belka?
Better now that I'm eating my sister's homemade cookies.
Oh yes. What type of homemade cookies did she make?
I don't care, most people call me Belka on here, it's not my actual name anyway.
Fair enough. I just lost count. I'm just going to keep going until I feel it's enough, and then I'll go back and recount this. Okay, Belka.
Oh yeah, my meds got adjusted and today I was really productive. I have been cleaning my room all day. Do you do other stuff besides crafting?
To Lady Patricklin, yay, congratulations. And to Belka, currently, no. Will I in the future? Yes. I am definitely a Minecraft player. But this is a challenge currently to myself, and you missed the first part with the uh, temperature blanket, which will go for 365. We're on day 70. What about you? Do you actually stream any games? I didn't get to look at your profile the other day.
I don't, haha.
Oh, fair enough. That's smart. I did updates.
I just visit Twitch streams and chat on Discord.
Nice. Enjoy being in the audience then. I feel like I'm getting close to 120 stitches. I'll have to see here in a second.
This is nice, Jazz.
Thank you.
Are you streaming from a playlist or radio?
So on the bottom left, yeah, that's the correct side. That's actually a screenshot from YouTube. And I choose different playlists from the cafes.
Oh.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
What other music do you like?
I like listening to Korean pop music mainly throughout the day. I also do lo-fi hip hop or lo-fi trying to think of the other one. Like Tokyo pop. I have listened to
Can you speak Korean?
No. Not at all. Maybe someday. Basically, if you tell me a type of music, I'll probably listen to the genre.
What about death metal? Or opera?
I don't know any bands, but I have listened to opera and death metal to an extent. I can't get overstimulated.
Everything. Yeah, same.
So I definitely have 100 stitches here. Yeah, I got 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
I feel like I would go cross-eyed trying to count tiny stitches.
Oh, this is... I can see that happening. However, I was taught how to do this when I was a little kid, and then my mom kept crocheting even though she was legally blind. So sometimes you can get the feel of it, but the start, it's definitely nice to be able to see what you're doing.
Wow. Andrea Vassell just performed at the Winter Olympics. He's probably the most famous opera singer in the world. ATM.
Ooh.
I love his voice.
I had to
I
look him
saw
up.
that too. I cried. He's been really well revered for years.
As he should. I mean, people performing at the Olympic level totally should. This is a recent question that I've been asking to people that come to the stream, because this is going to be this by the end of it. So, if you were a Pokemon trainer, what Pokemon trainer would you be, Belka?
Trainer.
Yep. Like, would you be a bug type Pokemon trainer, a water type, dragon type?
Oh, I don't know. I've always thought Squirtle and Charmander were the cutest.
Oh. And then here's a Squirtle to pop up on screen for you. Don't ask me where he was, but why he was off screen, but he's there. And then at the end of this timer, that will probably be the end of the stream with 5 more minutes left. I would try to raid out, but normally no one else is actually here for me to raid to on Twitch.
Watching crochet is so relaxing.
I am glad to hear that.
Is that Matt Mercer on your phone?
On my phone. Here? It's slightly high historian. She is talking about Dr. Phil. Because you know me, I can't just do one thing at a time. I guess there's a Dr. Phil documentary that just came out bashing on him.
I'm not surprised. I hate Dr. Phil.
She did a part one already of the documentary. That it's so weird to say, like, oh, someone did this, layering it in. But I can't say that I disagree. The one thing that shocked me so far about that whole situation is that at one point in time he was a football player. I think he is a damaged person that's damaged to other people. That's what it feels like has happened. And I don't agree with the ranch. Just saying.
He's a quack on a power trip.
Because someone gave him the power and money to be able to do it. I am not going to be pulling out my soapbox though right now. Because then we'll have another midnight stream. Because I could just go to the Wikipedia page and go for days. Yeah, we'll come back to this tomorrow maybe. If I remember, or if someone just mentions him, I'll come back to that soapbox. But for now, it is 11 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and stop because, like Lady Patrick said, working with foundation rows is a pain in the neck. But we've gone ahead and gotten about halfway through this chain.
Enter a message.
I don't know why it's telling me to enter a message. I got the other half to finish tomorrow. And I think I'm doing these pretty tight so it's not as see-through.
Why is the documentary out now though? Did something recent happen that spurred it on?
Documentary. I'm just looking up. It came out on March 5th.
Because the show has been off the air for a while.
I think it's just the perfect mix of the perfect storm, and they're going through all the different...
At least I think so, I could be wrong.
I feel... And then I'll end the stream on this tonight. I think it was just a perfect storm because also the Tyra documentary came out right before it, so I feel like we're about to hit the circuit of Nickelodeon and the kids.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. But if you think about it, you had Drake Bell and Nickelodeon come out first, and then all these other things are coming out in the 90s. I feel like it's just, where can we hit controversy? Where are these people old enough? They're outside the statute of limitation to be able to litigate things. and then it just goes down through there. I mean, I still remember listening to Bradley on a Budget, and he was on Dr. Phil, and there's other things, but yeah, no. I don't want another midnight stream, so we'll pick up the documentaries and series tomorrow when I will be live again at 10 p.m. EST till 11. I hope you all have a good night, though.
Okay, have a good night.